up, everyone? Thanks for coming out tonight. I'm really excited about this, seeing how these things grow each time, getting bigger and bigger. And, for all the new people, your friend that brought you is, they're really excited to, share this, new opportunity, new way of living, new way of making money, a new way of education with you. It's something that could, not only change your life financially, but, your friends and family's lives, which is, really important to me because, friends and family are a super big part of everyone's life. And it's just crazy to me that, everything that's going on with the economy, the student loans, and, the job market, Obama calling, our economy the worst thing since the Great Depression, that tells everybody, we got to change. We got to change as our generation, otherwise we're going downhill. We got some great speakers here tonight. My good friend Richie and Tyler, they've been in the business for about a year now, and you're going to hear from them. And it's just cool to me that, what it's done for me as a person in society and where I'm going in the next 3 to 5 years, but more importantly, where you could go in the next 3 to 5 years if you decide to take this opportunity seriously. So with that said, I'm going to bring up my friend Richie. Let's give him a warm welcome.
Yes, like Evan said, this whole thing is very exciting. I'm pretty excited right now. This is my first time speaking, so bear with me.
Woo!
But, I ran across this whole opportunity last year at Penn State. Andrew Yeager lived on my hall, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of him. And basically, I roomed with Tyler, and he goes, "Hey, Rich, I got a business that I got to share with you." And I go, "What's that, Yeager?" Because I thought it would be funny, because the last time he said those words, he was like, "We're starting a cheesesteak shop out in California." So I was like, okay, what's this? He tries to explain to me VEMMA, the whole concept, at a frat party, and it did not resonate with me at all. And I go, "Yeager, I like you, I'd like to go into business with you, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Sorry, man." So, a couple months go by, and I get a text from Yeager, and he goes, "Hey, Rich, I want to explain this thing to you again. Tyler's going to be at lunch. We're going to Gio's. I'm bringing my friend. We're going to explain it." And so I'm like, "Okay, Yeager, I haven't seen you in a while, and I want a cheesesteak." So, we go to Gio's, and Luke explains this whole thing to us, and it really blew my mind. And we're going to blow your minds today. But, he explained to me that he heard about this before we did because he goes to school on the West Coast. And, this whole movement started in Scottsdale, Arizona about 8 years ago. And the company's called VEMMA. VEMMA is an acronym for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe. And basically they made this 2-ounce vitamin shot formula that adults were taking and becoming healthier. Increased skin condition, increased hair condition, more energy, and it prevents free radicals, which is the coolest thing, so it can help stop cancer. And Men's Health actually rated this the #1 multivitamin for men under the age of 60. So I'm like, cool product, but why does that pertain to me? And the CEO thought the same thing, and so what he did was he put 1 ounce of this formula in a can with water, taurine, and caffeine, and basically you have the world's healthiest energy drink, Verb. And when this hit the company and this hit the college market, the company doubled in sales and it exploded. And now the company is on track and it will hit $1 billion in sales. That's not like a question, but it's going to do that. And there's always going to be an opportunity to make a lot of money with this thing, but now is the time when people are really going to make a lot of money with this. So, I kind of asked him a couple more questions. Ty was there asking him questions. And he told us that it is the official energy drink of the Phoenix Suns, where it is. And Luke said that he went to the Suns arena and stood up and, saw, average kids making above average incomes. And he wanted to do that. And, a lot of people want to do that. He also told us that, Michael Jordan and the Bobcats endorsed this. It was on Dr. Oz's TV show, and Dr. Oz is tied to Oprah. So I'm like, this thing's credible. This company's also part of the Direct Selling Association. So this whole thing's so big, so credible. I'm like, Yeager, why isn't it in stores? Why haven't I heard of it? And he goes, "Okay, dummy, that's because that would take us out of jobs, and also because if you saw this can in the store, would you really buy it?" And I see the orange can, and I'm like, "No, I wouldn't. I'd buy the Red Bull if it was next to it, because I know Red Bull, and you buy what you know." So, what this company does is they have people use word-of-mouth advertising to spread it. It's a network marketing company. And so what they figure is our age group is completely immune to traditional advertising. You don't drive by a billboard, see it, jerk your car around, and go, "Oh my God, I need that." And you probably DVR your shows like I do, skip the commercials. And when I'm watching YouTube videos, through the 5 seconds before it says skip ad, I'm literally clicking that thing the whole time. And I get pumped when it goes away because I don't have to watch an ad, and I save 30 seconds of my life. So I'm like, I can relate to this whole thing. You know, I can do this. Network marketing. I'm going to do this because I know a lot of people and I have a lot of friends. So I asked myself, how much money would it take for me to not have to worry about a summer job and be able to do this? Because last summer with Tyler, I was selling knives with Cutco. There's something a little sketchy about going house to house, with knives. So I don't want to do that anymore, and so I want to do this. So I'm like, $500 a month? No. $1,000 a month? Yeah, that works for me. So, I want to ask you guys how much money it would take you to not have to worry about a summer job, not have a price put on your hour of time, and to be able to do this and work with your friends. Would $500 a month be enough? $1,000 a month, $2,000, or $5,000? Because all those amounts really are possible. I'm going to bring it to my friend Tyler to tell you how. And before I introduce him, I roomed with Tyler. We were good friends through high school. We used to party a lot, and we joined the frat together. And so, I knew Tyler as the kid running around with beer cans, who had asked me to spot him money for the beer because he didn't have enough. I've seen him transform into the kid who rolled up here in a dope M3 and is making more money than my parents. So, keep an open mind when you hear this, because it changes everyone's life. Whether you don't do this, whether you do it, you're either going to hate on it, or it's going to change your mindset, and it's going to change your bank account accordingly. So, with that, here's the man.
Yeah, props to Rich. I did not expect that. He hasn't spoken in front of people in a couple months now. I thought he was going to come up here and piss himself. So I'm proud to see him do that. That's awesome. He's the biggest frat star you'll ever meet. So keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, I'm excited. A lot of what he touched on, I may reiterate in kind of my story. I'm going to try to keep it quick, not keep you guys here for too long. But just first thing first, for new people, if you're new to this concept, welcome. Thank you for coming out. We know your time's valuable. Definitely don't leave without trying the product. I remember to bring a little bit. So there's cold verve over there. Definitely grab a can or split one with your friend before you walk out, guys. And we're actually going to wrap up tonight with a quick 5-10 minute training. Probably after this little event. We'll take a 5-10 minute break, and whoever wants to stay is welcome. If you guys got places to go, no big deal. But a little bit about my story, guys. My name's Tyler Small. I see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of people from Kennett coming back around, which is awesome, guys. As you know, I was introduced to this thing about a year ago with Rich. Everything he said about Andrew Yeager is true. Just a complete, frat star as well. Running around at Penn State doing God knows what. So when he approached us this last summer, about a year ago from today, with this whole business, Rich and I were both pretty skeptical, but he was a good friend of ours, so we figured we'd sit down with him over lunch and we check out this products and really what was going on with this thing, which is when I met Luke Kish, who kind of really, like he said, blew my mind. He filled me in on really what was going on, and I got pretty excited, guys. But went to Penn State after graduating from Kennett High School, right around the corner in 2011. Was pursuing engineering just because I've had a passion for cars. The car outside, guys, is like my dream car since I was this big, so I'm ecstatic to be in that. Wanted to go and design cars, do something along those lines. Picked engineering. I knew there was a lot of money involved. I went to Penn State, however, because to save money on tuition dollars, being an in-state school, because obviously student loan debt is a big, a scary reality a lot of us are faced with nowadays. So was doing well there, guys. But looking back, I guess more of the story being that I was on the dean's list at Penn State, at a good school, but I had no idea how to make money. I had no idea how money works. No one had ever taught me. There wasn't a class at Kennett called Wealth 101. I learned a lot about biology and physics and math, a lot of things I don't remember. And so kind of, feel blessed and fortunate every day that this thing fell into my lap when it did. Again, it was just under 13 months ago, June 18th of last year. I remember like it was yesterday. Ended up getting involved with this, company and this concept. It's completely changed my life. For the newest person out there, keep an open mind. If this thing isn't for you, no hard feelings. It's not for everyone. I'll be the first to tell you that. We try not to give false hopes or sugarcoat anything. Say if you enroll in VEMMA, you're guaranteed to make millions. It's not like that, guys. But I saw it as an opportunity where I could get out of my part-time job, my current situation, making $10 an hour, working with people I wasn't too happy with, or hours I didn't like, and for pay that really just wasn't worth my time in my eyes. But I had no other way. I didn't know any other way. So long story short, guys, I was introduced to VEMMA and Verve. We have Mrs. Myers hiding somewhere. She's going to talk a little bit about the products after me, which I'm very excited for. She's a nurse, so she's got a lot of background on the products. But what you should definitely take from VEMMA, guys, is that it's a health and wellness company, like Rich said, based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. We're entering our 8th year. Okay, so VEMMA is an acronym. Like he said, vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, aloe vera, 2-ounce liquid vitamin supplement the company started with. Long story short, guys, as they're growing, they're expanding their product line to target a wider range of demographics, right? No one in here, being high school, college age students, gets up in the morning and is excited about like a shot of vitamins with breakfast, right? Rich and I were in the frat at Penn State, and we were like sick every other weekend, living by the most unhealthy lifestyle possible, I think, and I was definitely not taking vitamins. So in other words, the company sees that in order to target our demographic, which just so happens to be the most socially connected generation ever walked the face of the earth, they would have to engineer a product more relevant to us. So they created Verve, guys. This product, this healthy energy drink, sounds crazy. You think of Monster, you think of people in the hospital, Red Bull, Fiber Energy, I know is responsible for taking the lives of a few people, which is scary. You think energy drinks like unhealthy, like liquid poison. This is actually good for you. Better to drink than not to. 12 key vitamins, 65 plant source minerals. Mangosteen is a superfood, really high in antioxidants. Helps eliminate free radical cells from your body and helps boost your immune system and different things like that. So I got really excited about the product, guys. A little bit about my story. Pledging with Rich, we would go like on the weekends and like fill our shopping cart with like really, really large, really, really cheap soda, which is like liquid sugar. Like take it back to the frat and mix it with and just drink all weekend, and that would be like our weekend, and we'd be like so stoked and hyped about it. But looking back, it was like literally the most unhealthy thing I could possibly do. So when I introduced the Verve, I'm like, I really take my health for granted, right? I think it's the most important thing we have. If you're not healthy, it's like it's not even worth living. And so I saw that Verve was priced at about $2.83 a can, an overall better product than what I was already spending money on. Coffee every morning at 8 a.m. before class to help me get through class, the Fiber Energy, the different things on the weekends. If I just transferred my dollars, not spend more money, no one's asking you guys to spend more money or to sell you a can of Verve, but just transfer dollars, become a consumer of an overall better product. Whether or not I made any money in VEMMA, I was just becoming healthier, right? Which was important to me. But guys, I got really fired up, excited about the business. Learned a lot about the credibility real quick before I dive into how it all works. He touched on it real quick, just to reiterate, guys. Verve's the official drink of the Phoenix Suns, Charlotte Bobcats, which yes, suck. Mike Jordan, their owner. However, it's big credibility to see that he made Verve their official drink, and they've got a Verve nightclub lounge like in their stadium. Or last time I checked was in the process of being built, like the one out in Phoenix. Verve over Gatorade, which is a big sponsor of his, guys, means a lot. And you understand that Verve must be a healthy product because you don't see Red Bull as the official drink of any like NBA team because it's bad for you. They don't want to attach their name to a brand that's, again, putting people in the hospital. So that's big credibility, guys. Dr. Oz, he's had Verve on his show, his boss Oprah Winfrey, who's superhuman. Her net worth is like $3 billion. Obviously, wouldn't recommend an unhealthy product, being America's doctor. No one watch face on television. You can see that on his website. Type in protein punch of the day in the search bar, guys. But more importantly, Oprah being his boss, he's her doctor. Wouldn't let him attach his name or their reputation, anything that was illegitimate, an illegal scam or scheme. Okay, guys, the DSA, Direct Selling Association, has made VEMMA an official member. Check that out. The government, the IRS, they tax us on every dollar we make in this company, right? If this were illegal, guys, which is scam, a pyramid scheme, one of those things would be, we wouldn't be taxed by the government. It'd be like drug dealing, right? We all know drug dealing is illegal, like flat out illegal. So, long story short, I came to the conclusion when doing my research, guys, is this was performance driven. Okay, I always use this analogy. You guys have all heard it. If you get a gym membership, say the Y, downtown Kent Square, like I do, and I'm traveling a lot, so I go like once a month and don't see results, right? I can't go and say that the gym is a scam, guys, because I got a membership and I sat on my ass and I didn't eat right. I didn't, do what I needed to do to get in shape, right? I can't call the gym a scam. So when you hear that VEMMA is a scam or scheme or doesn't work, it's just simply you're hearing it from someone that just didn't do anything, right, or did it completely wrong. VEMMA works if you work. The more you work, the more it works. Understand that. I got really, really excited about that concept, being ambitious. It clicked with me, seeing that I could come and work harder, make more money. If I wanted to make more money, I could work harder, and there was no income cap. With a part-time job. Who has a part-time job, by the way? Show of hands. Cool. So a lot of people, it's like that's a year ago. That's what I was used to. I was making $10 an hour. I worked 10-hour days, guys. I made $100 before taxes. $60, $70 after taxes. Like it sucked. In my opinion, my hour of time was not worth $10, right? So this I saw as something different. I think different's good because if you do what everyone else is doing, you're going to get what everyone else has. A lot of people in my life a year ago were waking up on the weekends with no money and a wicked hangover and hating going in at 7 a.m. to work their part-time job last summer, guys. But kind of getting into like how it works fundamentally, the easiest way I can break it down for you guys, we're not here selling cans. No one sold you a can of Verve. That's my Verve. I'm a consumer of it. I purchase Verve monthly. You guys are more than welcome to try it. It's kind of there to introduce to people. We're helping build their brand, right? Guys, Verve works a lot like Facebook. Think about your Facebook. Never saw a billboard about Facebook. You never saw a NASCAR on Facebook down the side. Mark Zuckerberg didn't email you, say, yo, jump on, Facebook, try it out. Guys, you heard from a friend. Just, anyone in this room, you probably told a couple people about the Facebook. At the time, you probably had a MySpace like I did. You're like, Facebook is so dumb. Get it out of my face. I'm going to stick with MySpace. And then, after a couple weeks, enough people are like, yo, check this out. you're finally like, all right, forget it. I'll go and do it. Same thing with Twitter, right? So you finally got a Facebook. You saw that it was a better product than MySpace, guys. What do we have here? A better product when compared to things we spend money on every day, right? With Facebook, you started out, social network, a couple friends. Friends told friends told friends told friends, and now you guys have anywhere between 500 to probably 3, 4, even 5,000 friends on Facebook, right? You've created a social network of people that are using a product. Except the problem with that is that Mark Zuckerberg walked away with all the money. He's worth like $13 billion. He'll never have to worry about money again. He was smart enough to realize that we would all go build his business for him. He'd never have to send us a check in the mail. If I liked Rich's Air Force Ones, I'd ask him where he bought them. I would go and buy them. Pretty dirty, by the way. I would go and buy them, and you guys better believe I'm not going to be like, yo, Nike, Rich just hooked me up with this deal, send him a check in the mail, right? Or my buddy just told me about the new Jay-Z album, which I think it came out today, actually, which I went and downloaded. And guys, Jay-Z, unfortunately, never sent my friend a check in the mail, right? So it's like, we're doing these things, word of mouth advertising being the most sought after form of advertising in the world. You trust the opinion of a friend over a billboard any day of the week. We're doing these things all the time already. I just saw that here I could get paid for it. So I simply became a consumer of a better product for over a year ago. I shared it with a few friends, 14 to be exact, in 12 and 13 months, so almost 1 a month. Guys, 7 of which stuck with it. Some people became uninterested in the product, some people uninterested in the business. It didn't matter. You run with the runners. You run with the people that want it as bad as you do, as you want it for them, right? 7 people, guys, are the reason, after about a year, I've got a network of well over 3,500 people consuming Verve monthly within my network, or within my business, growing by about 200 to 300 orders a week, guys. That's the power in, young people and networking and, the compounding effect, how this thing grows exponentially. You're creating a network, right? And I'm paid on that network. The company sees me as the catalyst for all that sale having happened. If that makes sense. Had I not taken the initiative a year ago, there's a chance that none of this would be here right now. That network would not have gotten tapped into. So they kind of pay you accordingly. It's an 8-way compensation plan. You get paid 8 different ways, which is cool, guys. And as of this month, I'm going to be licking the surface of a rank called Ambassador, guys, which by title and VEMMA pays out about $250,000 a year. And I don't stand up here and say that to brag to anyone in here, but to help impress upon you that I'm really not a special kid. The people that know me from Kennett, you know that I'm not special. I was running around every weekend partying my face off with Rich and some of these guys in the crowd, just doing whatever every other high school kid was doing. But I just saw a year ago, I met someone that for the first time in my life had what I wanted and more importantly was willing to teach me. This kid Pat Comer is out in Cali. He's a complete knucklehead for anyone in the business. But met him over Skype. He was gold at the time, making $500 a month. But he was like, dude, I don't ever work a job. I don't work for anyone. I sit here on my computer and just Skype kids, and it's sick. And I'm like, sounds good to me, And he was willing to teach me the ropes, guys. He's doing really, really well. He just hit Ambassador himself in the company. So a lot of young people making a lot of money in this thing. You can't really contest it anymore at this point. Just understand that, guys. This thing is going to get really, really big. Our logic is that who here has heard of Avon, Mary Kay, Herbalife, ACN, some of these other companies? P90X, right? It's backed by a network marketing company. Same exact concept as VEMMA Verve. Okay, so I saw that if our parents, guys, could take these other companies to the multi-billions with knocking on doors, emails, and the phones you spin the dial. Maybe that was farther back in time, but you get my point. It's what's going to happen, guys, when the same exact concept falls in the hands of the most socially connected demographic in the world? Where Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, MySpace, probably not anymore. All these social media platforms we have aren't using for anything productive, can be funneled into a business, share an overall better product with our family and friends and people in our lives that we love, dude. And it's go out and build income. It's what's going to happen? And it's all happening in a really, really bad economy. And I'm not here to be the bad guy. Evan touched on it a little bit. But it's yeah, the economy is bad right now, guys. Times are changing. I'm not saying drop out of school. I'm not saying, do anything crazy. All I'm saying is keep your options open, because if you want 20th century results, which is what our parents did, graduating with a degree back when my dad did meant a lot more than it does today. He went and got a job with a corporation. He's working. He's going to retire when he's 60, pension, Rolex, whatever. It's not happening like that anymore, dude. 21st century, if you want to, 21st century results, you're going to have to do 21st century things, which means utilizing, these different social media. It's we're becoming so connected as a generation. Social media is literally taking over. Why not become a part of a business that's adapting to these changes, right? It made perfect sense to me. You read a book like Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. You read a couple books by Donald Trump, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, very successful people in the world that, ironically, they support network marketing. They explain why. It becomes all crystal clear, guys. This thing is going to get really, really, really big. There's 30 young kids in this company under the age of 22 making over $100,000 a year within a year of doing it. There's kids in my group moving faster than me. This kid Joe Bruno, he's going to hit $100,000 a year in 7 months. Within 7 months of starting, it took me 10. Meaning if he continues at that rate, yeah, he'll pass me. He's in my business, he'll be making more money than me, guys. understand what's happening here, guys. And if you take anything from tonight, know that if I quit VEMMA tomorrow, I just stopped VEMMA tomorrow, I just walked away, or say I just found a big cliff and took a leap. You know, if I just stopped doing VEMMA, dude, it's not going to stop VEMMA from getting really big. And this will evolve into a multi-billion-dollar company. We're going to show you guys a real quick video to end it off. I'll give you a little bit of background on it right before I introduce Mrs. Myers over here. Guys, it's going to get huge. And if it's not anyone in here making the money, it's going to be someone else. And I don't say that to be like that guy. But yeah, fear of loss is almost what got me. I knew I could make something of it. I wasn't going to let another opportunity pass me by. I look back 10 years from now and be like, wow, I heard about VEMMA in the beginning when it was new, and they called it a scam, or said I didn't have the time or the money. And then it blew up. And then all those kids got rich. You know, guys? So I'm really excited to be up here. Understand that this business is completely team-oriented. It's like everyone here is a vested interest in helping you come up, introduce yourselves, swap numbers, guys. These meetings get bigger and bigger and bigger every time. This is probably the biggest one yet, which I'm excited about, guys. We're having another one on Thursday. And just understand that in this business, it's a lot more than just an orange can. A black can, this is like the bold, so it's got like 50% more caffeine. Guys, it's basically like personal development with a compensation plan. Right? It's like in this business you learn. I think the experience is priceless. You learn things like public speaking. I could not stand up here in front of a group like this and speak as I am, as confidently as I am, a year ago. You know, Rich surely couldn't, so I'm so proud of him. But yeah, guys, it's like, sorry I keep bashing on you, by the way. You know, public speaking, guys, goal setting. It's like, you know, obtaining leadership qualities, managerial skills, real world hands-on like entrepreneurship, and to be able to do it at such a young age and create a network of people that I can now call my best friends, and to build capital and to, you know, have this experience, guys, what's going to happen in a couple years when, yeah, VEMMA's continuing to grow, continuing to pay us, but we take that money and that knowledge onto way bigger and better things. That's what I think could literally revolutionize the economy. This one company that started with young people, it's never happened before. When have you ever seen kids our age drive cars like that outside, paid for by a company? Never. Guys, we have kids in other companies that are like coming to VEMMA because like they see what's going on. And adults, which you'll see in this video, coming to VEMMA because you'll see what's going on. So get excited, guys. You're really, really jacked up. Real quick, before I introduce Mrs. Myers, talk a little bit about the product. She killed it last time, so I'm excited. We're going to show a quick video afterwards, guys. About a minute, 2-minute clip. The end of this video, guys, Anthony Powell, okay, he left a $400,000 paycheck in Herbalife, which is like pill capsule vitamins, another network marketing company. He's been around for like 30, 40 years. He left that company completely and joined VEMMA. Why? He says VEMMA today is where Herbalife was once at. He joined when he was 19. They were at 100 million, guys. He did 117 million last year in sales. Okay, most of you in the room are probably 19, 20, 21 years old, right? So like understand that he's a professional in this industry, was making multi-millions, and he moved into VEMMA, and he's going to tell you why. He's going to tell you where he thinks VEMMA's headed. So, you know, after Mrs. Myers, get excited for that. But thanks for having me out, guys. Oh, real quick, how to get involved, probably, right? So, you know, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm fake. So yeah, long story short, to get involved, you just become a consumer, dude. It's really simple. You just become a consumer of a better product. You know, I order 2 cases a month. It's 48 cans. I drink like 4 a day, which is not good, so don't do that. But you know, I literally run out of product. My 2 brothers are on, thank God. So, or my brother, my dad, and stepbrother. So we have a ton of product at home. But drink 1 a day, and you share 18 a month with new people. It's not anything crazy, right? Like I said, 283 can comes out to like $136 a month plus shipping. You go out and you spend that on, you know, other, you know, food, drinks, gas, like other things like monthly, like it's that, right? So understand, you find 3 customers, your mom, your dad, your uncle just want to buy the product and no interest in doing what we're doing. The business aspect of it, great. Your product's paid for, you can build a global business at no cost. But if someone's clicking for someone new in here, even if it's one person, I promise you, this whole entire crowd, it's like, wow, that kid's not special, I could probably figure it out. Like, come swap numbers with me, like, I'll help you get to where I'm at. My job is done, but one new person, dude, if you want to do this thing, do it right, you do the builder pack. It's a 7K, $500 investment. Basically helps you get off the ground running. If you guys start a t-shirt shop, you don't want like a big ass store and like 1 t-shirt. You know what I mean? Like sitting on a hanger in the middle. That would look, you know, really weird, obviously. So when kicking your business off, guys, you want a lot of product. To be able to host events like this and make sure everyone new gets product, which is what a lot of us did. More importantly, get the success, get the audio, a lot of helpful information to push your business forward. You get the car bonus, which is sick. That's why we recommend that. You get yourself into a new car, it's all downhill. People are like, whoa, work? You know, like, yeah. But basically, $400 a month they give you toward a brand new BMW, Mercedes, or Mini Cooper, which no one has gotten yet. So I'm excited for the first person to do that. Ethan, where's he at? You should. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna make you buy that. But yeah, no, go from the van to the Mini Cooper. But that's a really cool advertising tactic, guys. So you roll up to a meeting with VEMMA down the side. It's like, who's not going to at least hear you out, you know what I mean, like a 20-year-old kid. So that's sick, and you get the frenzy bonus every 3 friends you enroll within a week. You'll make about $700. Great way to make that $500 back. You've made profits for next month. the 2Ks next month, and you know you've got a story. You're an ultimate or an instant success story rather. So get fired up, guys. Get excited. Hang around. Again, we'll kick off like a 10-15-minute training for anyone that's new or anyone that's in the business. Just a really quick start one. You know, 5-10 minutes after we hear the video. But give a round of applause for Mrs. Myers. Touch on the floor.
How many are new here tonight? Okay, quite a bit.
Woo.
Just look around. Where do you see a group of people getting together and you're not partying in the other sense of party? You're just here, you're learning, and you're trying to evolve your life and go on and do something great. What I want to say about this company, VEMMA, is that it doesn't just happen for your generation. So parents could say, oh, come on, kids want to drink energy drinks, that's all there is. That's really not the case. We have Layla here tonight. We have a little baby, our youngest attendee back there. If you haven't know much about the product, I really hope that you all take a minute and really look at all the different products that VEMMA offers. It starts out with Next for babies and for children, and the formula that they have in there are vitamins in there that you would never get in children's vitamins or anything normal. They have quercetin in there, which is just phenomenal as a flavonoid, which is very good for your skin, for the development of babies. And also for little kids, it's fun to have their own little shot glass of a liquid vitamin, okay? The chewy gummies filled with sugar, really not great. From a nursing viewpoint and having worked in nursing for 30 years, spent 30 years, our health is going down. I mean, years ago you would have a cancer patient, and as a student nurse from Widener, I went out and I thought, wow, I get the one cancer patient. Like, you wore a mask, you were afraid to be around them. Now, it could be 1 in 3, 1 in 2. Breast cancer for women's now down to 1 in 5, from 1 in 8. So we're looking at what are we doing wrong with our nutrition, with our health. What are we not getting? There's a huge thing called free radicals. It's these little things that run around your body that really just want to screw up your cells and make things go awry, and then they grow tumors. They grow things like that. In this formula for the VEMMA, you have something that's going to fight against it. You're going to have an antioxidant. So when you're looking at that and when you're talking to your parents, it's a great thing for them to do. I've been on it since November, I guess, since Justin brought it to me, and honestly, my face, my hair is much better. My energy level, everything has really improved. And I'm not saying that just because I'm Evan and Justin's mother, because if I didn't believe in it, I really wouldn't open my house to everybody. Okay, I really wouldn't stand here and go, great, have 70 people 3 times a week. Frankly, I'm surprised so many of you come out, to these things. So really look at what we're trying to do here, how we're trying to change your lives, how we're trying to create really good health within the society. We're not going to cure cancer. You know why we're not going to cure cancer? Because it's a huge business. If you cure cancer tomorrow, look at all the doctors, nurses, people that would be out of business, pharmaceutical companies. So if we're not going to cure it, we're going to prevent it, okay? And you get people started on this. You get the mangosteen, you get all the other great nutrients, trace minerals that are in this that are really going to help your family. The other thing, body burn, phenomenal. You get the women middle-aged complaining about, oh, I got the belly fat, I got menopause, what am I going to do? Put it in front of your moms, your aunts, your neighbors. I just saw a friend the other day, and she's been trying to lose weight for months, and it's not going anywhere. So I said, you know what? Listen, I'm gonna help you do this. And I put 2 cans in front of her, and I only gave her 2, because 2's enough that she'll like it, but 3 is just like, all right, maybe. Well, I honestly didn't think she would do it because nothing's happened so far. Well, she texted me today and said, how do I start? How do I get on? She loved the taste. And if they drink it about 4 in the afternoon, it really curbs the appetite going into dinner, and it really will help her. Not to say you can't exercise too, but really promote body burn, Next, VEMMA. Look at these other formulas that are along with Verb, because even my friends will say, well, that's great. It's all for young people. It really isn't. It really is. It's a product that really spans everything. The other thing I want to say is that really use your upline. For those of you who are involved, make your upline work for you. You are not getting in this alone. For those of you who have not joined or want to join and are afraid thinking, I can't do it, you can. You have a lot of support, you have a lot of marketing skills from people, the business skills. I have to say, I talk to any Temple University Fox School of Business and say, tell me what they're not learning here. Okay, there's a lot of marketing, there's a lot of personal development, and for anybody in their 20s, you're now called the millennials. I've learned, and really going forward, the face of business is totally different. When I grew up, you had 2 newspapers a day delivered. That's gone. Inquirer's going to be gone. Advertising is really changing. So when you look at advertising, it's not going to be the print media, the the TV so much. You look at the Super Bowl. Do you really sit and you look at the commercials for the fun? Budweiser, horses, the whole bit. But the reality of it is, they're spending a lot of dollars on that. That's going to change. So network marketing will be your future. It will be what's going to take you on to create your businesses. And I think it's phenomenal. I think you're going to do great. The video you're going to watch, I watched last week, and just tell me after you watch it if you don't feel the power of what's behind this video, the power behind the words, and the power behind the message that your generation will change the world. You're going to grab business back, you're going to make a lot of money, and you're going to have a great life. So enjoy.
Slide by like the wall.